Despite the fact that it hasn't been long since the fourth generation started, some idols have become notorious for either being involved in controversies or scandals. In fact, just mentioning them has become controversial itself. As for the first case on this list, she's not an idol anymore, but she was controversial once. Former LE SSERAFIM member Gdam didn't even get the chance to debut before she was hit with mistreatment accusations against her. You probably know the drill by now. The accusations piled up, Hype kept defending her, and netizens were mad that they were defending her. Gdam then went on hiatus, with netizens' hate for her piling up even more as they wanted the company to kick her out of the group entirely. The accusations then became worse. There were claims that she had mistreated someone so badly that they had taken their own life, that she had been drinking and smoking when she was underage, and much more. Of course, Gdam got kicked out of the group and is continuing her life as a normal person with aspirations to become an actress. She was proven innocent, but the fact that she was an idol for a few weeks and was still the center of one of the biggest controversies in the recent years is heartbreaking. Speaking of mistreatment, let's mention Hyunjin of Stray Kids. Hyunjin was accused of mistreatment in February when there was a surge of similar accusations towards various Korean celebrities. The person who raised the accusations claimed that Hyunjin mistreated them during middle school, alleging that Hyunjin used harmful language, engaged in alleged inappropriate activities, and insulted other people's families. They mentioned that Hyunjin's unprovoked teasing, lack of sensitivity, and disputes where he wanted to physically harm others were disturbing, but they didn't provide any evidence to support their claims. Later, a few classmates shared their own experiences involving Hyunjin, but none of them had solid evidence. JYP Entertainment stated that they had conducted interviews with the accuser, Hyunjin's former teachers and classmates, and noted that their memories of that time differed greatly. JYP also said that after Hyunjin personally apologized to the accuser, the two former classmates resolved their issues. However, Hyunjin still went on hiatus for about 4 months and then came back. Though Korean netizens still bring up his scandal whenever they can. In their eyes, Hyunjin was never proven innocent, and instead of promoting with the rest of the members, he should have been kicked out of the group altogether. They still see Hyunjin as a horrible person and can't stand to see him have a career after all he did. He's quite a controversial person in Korea, but he's still a very successful idol with a very successful career and tons of fans. Back when they debuted, and even recently, i-dle used to hold the title of one of the most hated groups of their generation. However, Sunan is always in the center of hate as the leader of the group and one of the people that contributes the most to i-dle's music. However, the hate around her mostly revolves around two reasons: accusations of cultural appropriation and unfair line distribution between the members. There were accusations that the group used henna tattoos in the La Ta Ta music video, that they appropriated Hawaiian culture in Dum Dee Dum Dee and Chola or black culture in Uh-Oh, and much more. In fact, there's no way the idol can make a comeback without people claiming that they're disrespecting or appropriating some sort of culture or offending a group of people. Whether their actions are really offensive or not is for the people affected to decide, but Soyeon was in the center of all of these controversies. As the mastermind behind the group's concepts, people usually turn to Soyeon for accountability, as to them, she was the one to blame. Things escalated when the group competed on Queendom, and it showed the members throwing in ideas of how the stage for their performance of Fire should look like. Soyeon then went on to describe the group's concept as ethnic hip, and went on to talk about how they should sing in an African style and as if a chief is shouting. People were enraged by the clip, and their anger only grew when she ended up wearing bindis for the performance. Soyeon was seen as the only guilty party in this, with international fans putting the blame on her for the controversy. The hate against her got even bigger when i-dle had a mosque in the background of one of their performances. While this can't technically be blamed on Soyeon, people put up their pitchforks and torches for her, and she still gets associated with the scandals to this day. Another complaint that people had about her, including a part of the fandom, is that she's unfair when it comes to line distribution for the members. People seem to think that she favors certain members, including herself. They had noticed that members like Shuhwa, Miyeon, and Uki got the least amount of lines, while Soyeon herself and Minnie got the most. This caused a lot of people to call her unfair and arrogant towards her own members. You'd think that the reactions against her would get better as the time passed, but that didn't happen. Now that people didn't have cultural appropriation accusations or the claims that she was being unfair against the members, they criticized her for the not-so-good rap parts in the group's songs. It seems like she often finds herself in a controversy. Unlike the other idols in this list, Won hasn't been involved in any actual scandal that can make her be so controversial, and yet she belongs to the most controversial idols of this generation. The hate against her started back when she was a Produce 48 contestant, as she was considered one of Mnet's favorites. To some people, she was really talented and charismatic, and to others, she was overhyped, not that talented, and being unfairly pushed by Mnet. Then she got first in the show when people thought that Sakura should, which started another hate wave against her. Additionally, after i-dle debuted, it was revealed that Starship CEO was was involved in manipulating the results of the show, and instead of the people responsible being blamed for this, Wonyoung got the hate and the blame instead. Then she debuted in i-dle, which was a whole other problem for these people. According to them, Wonyoung was getting preferential treatment from the company and the styling team compared to the other members. Then other issues started after. The eating strawberry controversy, the accusations of lazy dancing, that clip of her eating a pizza, the claims that she was mistreating the other members, and most recently, the accusations that she had discriminated against a fan just because of his skin color. So yeah, the issue with Wonyoung is kinda complicated. Even though she hasn't been involved in any big controversy, people seem to think that her mere existence is a crime. Some people believe she lacks talent and is overhyped, particularly after the lip-syncing incident. Others hold grudges due to the rigging controversy and a group that has already disbanded 2 years ago. Additionally, her portrayal as an it girl and frequent appearances on magazine covers has made some people think that she's allegedly promoting an unhealthy body image, even though that's literally just her body. Wonyoung is very tall, and therefore she's skinnier than other female idols who weigh the same. But again, the more famous and popular you become, the more hate you'll get, so Wonyoung's case, as sad as it is, makes sense for somebody of her caliber. No one can take the title of 4th generation it girl from her. The last one we need to mention is Rise's Seunghan. Just like with Gdam, he hadn't even debuted before people started throwing accusations in his direction. He was actually accused of having a girlfriend before he had even debuted, and people weren't happy about it. Make it make sense. To make matters worse, the people who leaked Seunghan's pictures claimed that his girlfriend was underage at the time, trying to paint a picture that Seunghan took advantage of her. As it turns out, both of them were underage at the time and were consensually dating. Despite the fact that the relationship happened before Seunghan was an idol, netizens still acted as if he had hurt someone and asked SM to kick him out of the group. Then another person leaked a private livestream of Seunghan and TXT Soobin, and while it was surprising that the two were friends, Seunghan had mentioned LE SSERAFIM's Euntae, which led to a mistranslation being spread among fans where it was said that they had badmouthed her. This led to a wave of hate against both of them, but mainly Seunghan, who had a big controversy already to his name. But even when the case of the mistranslation was all cleared up, netizens still criticized the two for mentioning Euntae in the first place. He couldn't even catch a break because the day after, a picture and a video of him smoking was leaked to the public. After the picture and video surfaced, Seunghan ended up facing a lot of backlash and hateful comments. His fans kept showing their support, saying that his personal life shouldn't be a topic for debate or public discussion, especially since his privacy was being invaded in such a disgusting way. The nail in the coffin was when someone claiming to be a former friend shared Instagram stories about Seunghan's alleged past. This person said that Seunghan used to smoke and drink in public before his debut. They also claimed that he did Instagram live streams without his company's approval and acted unfairly towards other trainees. Additionally, there were rumors about his involvement with female trainees from other K-pop agencies. The rumors were debunked by the account itself, who deleted their tweets after SM threatened to sue people for invading Seunghan's privacy and apologized to him. Unfortunately, it was too late. Amid the ongoing controversies surrounding Seunghan, SM Entertainment released a statement saying that Seunghan would be taking an indefinite break. We hope that he gets another chance to promote with the group. Share your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching. Bye guys!